This is 7 National News, and in our top story, a new World Bank report is warning that the world is ill-prepared for an increasing rise in disasters spurred by climate change, rising populations, and increasing vulnerability of people in large cities and unregulated housing. The report calls for a radical new approach for assessing risk, which takes into account extremely rapid changes in global disaster risk. According to the report's findings, the annual total damage from disasters have been increasing for decades, and models show that population growth and rapid urbanization could put 1.3 billion people and $158 trillion in assets at risk from river and coastal floods by 2050. The report cites studies showing that densely populated coastal cities are sinking, and when coupled with rising sea levels, annual losses in 136 coastal cities could increase from $6 billion in 2010 to $1,000 billion in 2070. It also cites research warning that in Indonesia, river floods risk may increase 166% over the next 30 years due to rapid expansion of urban areas, while the country's coastal flood risk could rise by 445%. Earthquake risk in Kathmandu are also expected to double to 50% by 2045 due to informal building expansion. To help cities mitigate the increasing risks from these events, the Global Facility for Disaster Reduction and the World Bank are also releasing Think Hazard, a first-of-its-kind open-source platform to provide hazard information and recommendations of how to reduce risk across 8 hazards, including earthquakes, floods, tsunamis, and cyclones for 196 countries. The Federal National Council has passed a federal law regarding the establishment of the Emirates Center of Arbitration of Sports after amending some articles and introducing new ones. The bill was passed during the 11th session of the first ordinary session of the 16th Legislative Chapter, which was chaired by Dr. Amal Abdullah Al-Qubaisi, Speaker of the FNC, and attended by His Excellency Sheikh Nahyan bin Mubarak Al Nahyan, Minister of Culture and Knowledge Development. Commenting on the legislation, His Excellency Sheikh Nahyan stated that the new center will be the exclusive federal tribunal to settle disputes related to sports activities as per rules of law, justice, and efficiency, and aims to establish fruitful partnerships with local and overseas stakeholders to promote good practices. It was added that the center will be an integral part of the sports sector in the state, and its creation underscores the state's interest in being a leader in this field. As per the 15-article law, a Center for Sports Arbitration shall be established and enjoy a judicial personality and financial and administrative independence, as well as a full legal capacity to fulfill the objectives it was set for. The center will be headquartered in Abu Dhabi and may open branches in other Emirates. It will be run by a 6-member council for sports arbitration to be chaired by the chairman of the National Olympics Committee. Each member will serve a term of 4 years subject to renewal. The Dubai Health Authority has announced that its restructuring is priceless, as both nationals and expatriates will have to pay for the medical services. The head of the restructuring committee at the DHA was quoted in local reports as saying that the revised prices aim to improve and fund the medical service provided by the authority. It was added that the move should balance the budget of government expenditure, with the change in prices of medical services and operations to be as per the international benchmark. The first phase of the plan has already been implemented in Rashid Hospital, while the pricing scheme is still pending approval from the authority. Furthermore, according to DHA, the restructuring of the cost of services provided by DHA should also encourage private sector to reconsider and lower their prices. The representative also added that after the implementation of Saada health insurance in Dubai, the new price structure will be also implemented on all nationals and expatriates. As per the plans, the new insurance Saada will pay for the medical costs at DHA entities for UAE nationals here in Dubai, which according to the spokesperson means that their medical services would remain free of charge. The Ministry of Human Resources and Emiratisation has issued a reminder that the midday break decree will again come into effect for the 12th consecutive year for 3 months from June 15th to September 16th. The decree prevents any sort of duty under direct sunlight between 12:30 p.m. to 3 p.m. and is based on general safety and health procedures that the UAE adopts to protect the health and well-being of its outdoor workers. According to guidelines from the minister, working hours should be divided into 2 timings for morning and night shifts, 8 hours daily. In addition, if laborers face overtime, then they must be compensated according to the laws. The ruling also requires employers to post a clear schedule informing workers of their daily working hours during the period, plus provide shelter for them during the resting periods. Employers are also urged to provide all necessary health kits to help workers exposed to hazards and dangerous tools, in addition to following safety instructions and distributing leaflets to both employers and laborers to promote awareness. Violators will be fined 5,000 dirhams per person found working during the break hours, up to a maximum of 50,000 dirhams if the case involves a large number of workers. In addition, the company will be downgraded, maybe temporarily suspending from operating. For exceptional cases which require work continuation during those periods for technical reasons, employers must supply workers with all facilities that cater to their health, including first aid, air conditioners, sunshades, and cold water. Dubai Airports has welcomed the commencement of an airport road expansion program by the RTA that will increase capacity and ease congestion during peak periods around the international airport. According to Dubai Airport CEO Paul Griffiths, over the past 7 years, passenger traffic has more than doubled at the airports, which means that as the expansion in the air continues, this drives the need for expansion on the ground. The new airport road expansion program will serve to further enhance access with the work set to be completed over the next 18 to 24 months. The road enhancements will be undertaken at a number of junctions along Airport Road, including Marrakesh and Casablanca streets. The RTA has also confirmed that the road capacity will be fully maintained throughout construction to limit inconvenience. However, some delays may be experienced as diversions and modifications are made. And the Sharjah Urban Planning Council has approved plans to build 5 new pedestrian bridges as part of their efforts to ease road crossing in the Emirate. The Urban Planning Council has approved the designs of 5 pedestrian bridges which will be built across all Al-Ittihad Road, at Ta'awan Street, King Faisal Street, and King Abdulaziz Street. The bridges that are being built on some of the busiest roads of the Emirate will be fitted with lifts and shaded walkways to ensure accessibility for the elderly and people with special needs. Sharjah's Roads and Transport Authority said construction of the bridges would begin as soon as the tender is awarded. The move is expected to ease the concerns of many residents, particularly in Al Ta'awan area that has been renowned for a high number of jaywalking cases, with only a few designated crossing areas. Last month, Sharjah police carried out a campaign to warn people about the dangers of jaywalking, with the authority penalizing 390 jaywalkers in 1 week. Finally, in the bulletin, Al Futtaim Motors organized a behind-the-scenes tour of its parts distribution center in Dubai, which is considered the largest in the UAE and the region. During a press briefing organized at their headquarters in Dubai Investment Park on Tuesday, representatives of Al Futtaim Motors which is the exclusive distributor of Toyota in the UAE, stated that their parts distribution center, PDC, delivers more than 1 million pieces of genuine spare parts of Toyota, Lexus, and Hino trucks on a weekly basis, revealing that they have seized more than 100 million dirhams worth of counterfeit auto spare parts in the past 3 years. Officials highlighted that they are working very closely with various government entities to completely eliminate fake spare parts from the UAE market. Offering a brief tour of their center, which opened in 2007, Al-Futtaim representatives revealed that the facility consists of a state-of-the-art warehousing and distribution facility spread over 130,000 square meters, including a parts storage space of 55,000 square meters. The center offers more than 100,000 different genuine parts stock lines for distribution at any given time, totaling to 5 million pieces, while catering for up to 1,500 Toyota and Lexus service customers daily. The purpose-built center of Al-Futtaim Motors is located 15 minutes inland from Jebel Ali Port and has the capability to handle huge volumes of products, while its 275 staff members, which are split between day and night shifts, work round the clock to distribute parts to all their service centers all across the UAE.
We are running this completely based on the Toyota production system principles. So that means we work with topics like Kaizen, continuous improvement. We focus pretty much on the engagement of our employees. Right? This is an air-conditioned place. It's a 40,000 square meter warehouse with more than 100,000 different part numbers. And every day we receive 10 full sea containers of spare parts, and every day we send 100 deliveries of little trucks and vans to our branches and to our parts dealers to service our customers. In the UAE, it's the only Toyota parts warehouse, and Toyota is known for its Toyota production system, lean management. And the best translation of this outside of a factory you can find in the warehouse. So what you find here is pretty much Toyota way processes. For example, we focus very much on safety, man and machine separation. You see no people walking where a forklift is driving. We have a just-in-time principle. We avoid muda, which means we avoid waste. We try to reuse packaging material. So all these principles are applied here to create a very safe and efficient environment for our part supply.